My name is Logan Ruth, and I chose to do a movie review for my psychology project. And the movie I will be reviewing that I have reviewed, was Gone Girl. Gone Girl is a movie directed by David Fincher. It was released on October 3rd, 2014. Gone Girl was a movie about a Minnesotan housewife named Amy Dunn. She goes missing in the suburbs of her community, and her husband, Nick Dunn, was framed for the murder, but it turns out that the wife had some mental issues, Amy, that led up to her. She framed her husband, Nick Dunn, and attempted to kill herself in the progress to get revenge back at him for cheating, because she wanted him to go away to prison for actually, Minnesota had the death penalty, so she wanted him dead. So she was willing to kill herself to get back at him for cheating, to show him kind of a punishment. And as she thought for him to be a punishment. She didn't want him to screw her over by cheating on him. She wanted him to go to jail forever. So she thought she was winning, even though she would lose her life. But she had some mental issues. She framed her husband and attempted to kill herself. Her reactions and actions show that she had a lot of psychological problems, such as psychopathy, sociopathy, narcissistic personality disorder, which means she was a completely different person. She was always a housewife and known as the perfect Ivy League writer wife. And on the side, she was actually a lunatic murderer. She later on murders one of her ex-boyfriends. I'll get to that in a second. She also can be put down in the books as a narcissistic personality disorder and antisocial personality disorder. And I think the movie very accurately depicts and represents the concepts, because Amy Dunn figures out her husband is cheating on her with one of his college students, Andy Hardy. That's who he cheated on her on multiple occasions for about a year and a half, and she knew about it, and she also knew about his thoughts to divorce her, because her husband Nick was not happy with Amy's life. He never thought he was good enough for her, and Amy just thought that she was holding on and their marriage was horrible, so she came up with a plan that she thought would fix it. She goes so far to steal one of her friend's peas, who is pregnant, and got fraternity clinic and medical records put down saying that she was pregnant when she wasn't, so she can later on frame her husband for murdering her. She goes as far as faking her death and framing her husband and saying that he murdered her. She drew blood out of her arm, put it all over the floor, cleaned it up badly so the cops would find it, and broke one of the class tables in their living room, and then fixed the pictures that fell down when she broke it to act like the crime scene was fixed. And then she runs away so everyone thinks she's dead. Even her husband thinks she's dead, because he had no idea that she was faking her death. He just thought like she was missing or something. And she also happens to run into one of her ex-boyfriends who is obsessed with her, that she used to have restraining orders on. She then hooks up with her ex-boyfriend, kills him, and frames him as holding her hostage and raping her whenever she consisted of it. And then she even changed his security cameras at his house. There was only certain ones outside, so she'd go up against the window and like bang and act like she was tied up, act like she was raped, just to get her point across and to make everybody believe her side of the story. So as you can tell, it started out as this movie is a very plot twist, a very big plot twist. And it mixes together all the drama, psychology, and action all into one movie. And I think it's very interesting. I give it an 8.7 out of 10. I just don't think some of the forensics didn't make sense to me on some of them, because I don't feel like some of those would slide in the real world today, but movie world is different. and it's just like the whole movie changes halfway through because it shows like you don't see the wife. She was all right for the first like half of the movie. The wife isn't in the movie at all. We think she's dead, and then all of a sudden pops up in the middle of the movie. She's alive and she's framing her boyfriend. So the plot changes completely, and the point of view does. And it's a very wild, unexpected movie. It really shows some of the more psychopathic side of people that you don't know who you're always walking beside talking to, and especially in those who you never expect to have such problems. So I think this is a very good movie to watch, and that's it for my presentation.